Hi guys, it's Rob here from Mindset First, and welcome back to another episode of Monday Mindset. This week I want to share with you guys my top 7 ways to increase productivity. So productivity is something that we all strive for, right? On a daily basis, we are looking to accomplish more. We're looking to take our successes to the next level, and we are constantly searching for the next best thing that is going to allow us to grow and be successful. So today I'm going to share with you guys what I think the top 7 most important keys are to increasing your productivity. So let's get right into it. The first thing is going to be very, very basic, very simple, however extremely important. And that is going to be sleeping well. So establishing a solid sleeping pattern where we're looking at anywhere between 7 to 8 hours a night of quality sleep is going to be absolutely crucial. It not only allows the brain to regenerate, it allows the brain to recover, it gives us the energy that we need, it allows us to wake up with the right kind of intensity and the right levels of focus so that we can maintain that throughout the day and be as productive as we possibly can. It is oftentimes that we get stuck in a cycle of finishing work late, or starting work very early, or a combination of the two, and our sleeping pattern then kind of falls off and it becomes inconsistent. Now, it's really important to make sure that we can keep a consistent sleeping pattern moving forward, and it is very important that we prioritize that sleeping pattern, as it really is a key component to our daily levels of success, our daily levels of productivity. So guys, the first thing is going to be sleeping well. Now, the second thing that I think is absolutely important, and again, it is very basic, but we oftentimes overlook it as well, is going to be eating well. And when I'm talking about eating well, I'm not only talking about the type of food that we are ingesting, but I'm also talking about an actual eating pattern. So oftentimes, again, we get very busy, we get kind of, sunk into our work, and we tend to just forget that it's lunchtime, for example, and it's 3 or 4 p.m. and we have yet to eat. This is something that happens to me. This is something that happens to many people that I know. And so it's absolutely important that we do focus on maintaining a solid and steady eating pattern as we move through our week, as we move through our months. Food is not only going to give the body the energy it needs, but it also is providing the energy for the brain to continuously function at a high rate and get us as close as we possibly can to our peak performance throughout the day, getting us to be more and more productive as we move forward. So the second thing is going to be eating well. Now, the third thing is going to be exercise, and exercise is massive. So exercise not only releases endorphins in the body, it also allows for the release of dopamine and serotonin, and it leads to reduced stress levels and higher levels of productivity as well. So exercise is a great way for us to let go of any pent-up tension and to allow the body to kind of get out some of that negative energy that we may be feeling, and it allows us to feel nice and light. It allows us to feel good. The body often responds in a very positive manner to exercise, and it allows us to be much more productive as we go out throughout the day. Of course, when there is no extra stress and when we do feel good about ourselves, when we do get that really nice feeling when we finish a workout, it allows us to be more positive, more proactive, and of course more productive as we move on through our day. So that is going to be the third thing, and the third thing is going to be exercise. Now, the fourth thing, and I think this actually might be one of the most important ones on this list, is going to be finding your why. So finding your why, when I'm referring to finding your why, I'm really talking about why is it that you are doing what you are doing, right? So what is the reasoning behind what you are doing? Are you trying to accomplish something? Is this, are you trying to impress somebody? Are you trying to just carry on maybe a family business? What are you trying to do, and why? What is the why behind it, the reasoning, right? And this is very important because oftentimes we find ourselves in a cycle of just going through the motions, and we don't know why we are doing so. Oftentimes it can just be a very simple, we need to make money, or we're looking to be successful, we're looking to get onto the next team, we're looking to get drafted, we're looking to win a championship, whatever it may be. Everybody's got their own why, and everybody's why will be different, but it is absolutely important for you to look inside and really bring that attention to your inner self and really find out what your why is, because finding out your why will determine the next step. So the fourth step to increasing productivity is going to be your why, finding your why. Now, the fifth element that can increase productivity is going to be setting goals. So once we found our why, now we need to set our goals. And when I'm talking about goal setting, I'm not just talking about, those big, huge goals that we have that are, 5 years, 10 years down the line, buying a home, buying a car, getting married, starting a family, whatever it may be. I'm talking about smaller goals, right? So whether it is to score particular goals this season, whether it is to be the MVP at your next game, whether it is to win the championship at the end of the season, whether it is to become the fastest player on your team, whether it is to become the most consistent passer or shooter on the team, whatever the case may be, set small goals that lead to the big end goal. So setting multiple goals and having daily goals is an absolutely fantastic way to remain productive and to increase our motivation levels, as well as, of course, our productivity levels. So it is crucial that we have daily goals. It is crucial that we have goals on a week-to-week basis, as well as a month-to-month basis. And of course, we do want to have a combination of both short-term goals, where we're looking at anywhere under 6 months, as well as long-term goals which exceed that 6-month period, and they can extend into years or whatever the case may be. So the fifth step in increasing productivity is going to be setting goals. Now, the next step, the sixth step, is going to be planning or scheduling, and this should be done ahead of time. Right, so we've set goals, we found our why, we're sleeping well, we're eating well, we're exercising, but we do need to have a plan when we need to go and execute these goals that we've set out for ourselves. And a lot of time we find ourselves just trying to do things, and it becomes one big unclear mishmash of a lot of different goals in a lot of that take us in a lot of different directions. So having a plan, having a blueprint, having the how I will accomplish these goals is very important. So what I would suggest to you guys is, once you've set your goals for the day, I want you to set how you will accomplish each of those goals, right? Oftentimes it can be something simple, but there are going to be goals that will take a bit more planning, that will take a little bit more thinking in terms of how to get to the accomplishment of that goal. Now, I want you guys to also keep in mind that planning ahead is not just to help you accomplish goals, but it's also to help you stay on task and help you stay nice and disciplined and focused on what it is that you need to do, so that you can be productive and that you can finish the day feeling really, really good about what you have done so far. So that is going to be number 6. Number 6 is going to be planning or scheduling ahead. And the last thing that I'm going to share with you guys, and I think this is probably the most important one out of this entire list, is going to be pacing yourself. So pacing yourself is going to be absolutely crucial to increasing your productivity. I can't explain to you guys the number of times where I've tried to do everything at the same time. I've tried to increase or develop certain skills at the same time, and it just doesn't work like that. So my suggestion to you guys, to be as productive as possible, you need to take one thing at a time. Work on one skill at a time. Work on developing one element at a time. And the more you can do that, the more consistent you can be in developing one thing at a time, and really kind of just walking through your goals or whatever it is that you've set out, kind of like a checklist, right? So the first thing, I've worked on it for a X amount of time. I've been able to accomplish it. I can check it off. Then I can move to the next thing. And do not allow your mind to try to move ahead of you. Right? Stay really, really focused on what you are doing in that present moment. So if it is working on explosiveness, just focus on working on your explosiveness and don't worry about the next goal until you have made your improvement or have done your work in that particular situation or for that particular element. So remember, guys, really pace yourself. Take things one at a time. It becomes much more manageable. It reduces stress levels, and therefore it increases productivity. So guys, we have the top 7 aspects or elements that I believe will help you increase productivity, and they are sleeping well, eating well, exercising, making sure we are setting goals, making sure we are planning, making sure we are pacing ourselves. And when we put everything together, it really does increase our productivity. It really does help us better understand what it is that we're doing. And of course, the last step that I forgot to mention actually is finding your why, right? So once we understand what it is that we're doing, we can then put things together, be as productive as possible, really accomplish the goals that we are trying to reach out for, and feel like we are doing much more, obviously helping us reach our goals much quicker. So guys, have a fantastic week. Try to be as productive as you possibly can. Focus on these 7 elements and you will see a difference. So guys, happy Monday, and remember that the mindset always wins.